Hey everybody, it's me again. I'm back. Haven't been posting as much as I'd like. Have been just insanely busy designing stuff, cutting stuff. Just trying to get my arms around everything that's been going on. It's been quite hectic lately, between the getting ready for Robotech to come out, which I can't wait for, and all the 6mm buildings for that stuff. And with the resurgence of the Welcome to Rock Ridge stuff, thanks to the guys over at Wild West Exodus, I have been really swamped and working on stuff. So be patient. There is more stuff coming out. It's just getting time to actually record videos and show you guys what I've been working on. Let's go ahead and start and show you kind of a couple of little things. First up, I have these. What these are all kinds of little crates and boxes. Try and lower the camera a little. And let's see if we can zoom in with this one. Using the small cam today, not the big one, so let's see if it'll... There we go. So what these are little crates. So for a game like Infinity, or Wild West Exodus, or 40K, or any game system out there really where you need kind of scatter terrain and clutter terrain, that's what these are designed for. So they come in different sizes. So I've got small ones, big tall ones like this, large square ones, and they are fully engraved so that you actually have the wood patterns on them. I even went through and created little pallets to set them on, and depending on how things go, there may be a pallet jack coming. We'll see how it goes. I've just got to get time to finish testing and then finish the designs. But anyway, so this is one of the things I've been working on, which has just been these little crates. These will probably be up on the site shortly. The big thing with them though is to give you something for your models to hide behind that's more realistic. That's going to add a little more flavor to your table than the usual stuff that you see. I'm probably going to be doing a second set to go along with these that are more of a high-tech looking box, because these are your standard wooden crate style. But it'll just give you some more options. So that's one thing that I've been working on. Let me get this stuff out of the way. I'm going to try and do this fast. I know keeping people waiting is never fun, and editing is something that I seldom ever get a chance to do. Alright. Next up, seeing how I had mentioned that I was doing the Wild West Exodus stuff, was this. And I gotta back up the camera a little. I'm gonna bring it up a little so you can get a better angle on it. This is just a small wooden building that I did. Comes as a kit. The kit comes with 4 sides that look like this, that are identical. But you can nip out spaces if you wanted to add the door. Same thing for like if you didn't want to have windows in it, you can do it without the windows. So this is this basic flat roof building. This would be something like could be something like a smokehouse, could be a second story on a building, as I'll show you here in a second. But it's a nice little add-in building. So it's got a solid roof with little cleats to hold it in place. This one was actually my prototype, so it's built out of some of the scrap from another piece, because nothing ever gets thrown away. And then it's just got your basic wood floor interior. So this is kind of a completed little kit. Comes with different doors and stuff, so you can build it out as another building to add to stand alone as this, or tie in with some of the other buildings that I've done for the Western themed stuff. Could probably use it for some sci-fi stuff as well. It's a very simple building design. I don't know. I kind of like it. The board and batten look is something different. Just give you a little more detail, a little more stuff to play with when you're doing a building. So there's that one. And since I did one, alright, let's do something else. And once again, I got to back up the camera, because the building's a little bit bigger this time. There we go. So this is kind of the follow-on of the first brick building I did in the set, where I had the one with the slant roof. This one is a lot wider. I mean, this is about almost double the width of the standard building, so it's a nice wide building. I carried over that same roof structure with the supports where you have the little lines, comes with your door. It comes with two different setups for your door placement and windows. So it's like, for example, I've got two windows on that side. There's actually a window behind this, which I've just covered over because I wanted something a little different. And then you've got the back side with a window and a door as well. This one is designed for you to do a removable roof on. Obviously, no interior, just like the other ones. We do offer floors for it if you wanted to put a floor inside of it. Seeing how so few games really use the interiors of a building, as well as if you're playing an interior game, that's really not a lot of space to put minis. You're normally going to build an interior specific table. I decided to leave the floors out of them just so you can add on to them if you needed to. Roof is a basic square roof, which will sit like this. But what's neat about this building is when I designed it specifically with being able to do something like this. So say, for example, if I wanted to say this was going to be a jail. So you'd have the bottom floor, which is the actual first part of the building, and then the second floor, which they'd have stairs on the inside, would probably be where you keep the prisoners. So that way they're not down at ground level, they're harder to get to, those kind of things. Or if you wanted to make it something else, say you wanted to make it a saloon with a boarding house on top or anything else. So you can kind of combine the buildings to do different stuff with them. So that's those two buildings. These two buildings, will also be up pretty soon. They're going on to the Wild West. They're going on to the Welcome to Rock Ridge page probably in the next 24-48 hours, if not by the time that this is posted. The last kit is one that I got a call on. And I'm going to set this up here, show you the original, and then I'll show you the final. So, back up some, and I got to back way up. Whoops, uh-oh. Showing you stuff that you're not supposed to see already. There we go. Alright, let's bring the camera up. Alright. As you can see, my wonderful light table. So, what this is like a stadium light. Chris over at Powered Play Gaming, is a friend of mine, and he had contacted me about a week or so ago asking for some stadium lights for a table that he was working on. Well, I said sure, I'd get a chance to it, and I had a couple ideas, but I never got a chance to really build anything. Well, late last night, inspiration hit, and I came up with this. So what this is the prototype tower. The actual final tower I'll show you here in a second has a little more details to it. The big thing on these, though, is number one, the height. This is equivalent to about a 5-story building in 40K. So, I mean, it's a pretty big tower. But the fun part is way up here at the top. You see that? Remember I said this was for Chris over at Powered Play Gaming? And I'll turn these off so you can actually see it a little bit better. So what I did is I incorporated one of their lighting kits into the design. It still tilts, so you can tilt them up and down. So, for example, for his stadium that he's doing, this would allow him to tilt light onto the field. In a game of 40K where you have things like, for example, the night fight rule, it'd be kind of neat to have one of these, to have some of these set up on the table where you could negate the night fight rule if a character were to make it to the base of it, or to get to the top of it, just to add a little more options to your game and kind of let you play with some more stuff. So that's the preview of the prototype of it. You're going to have to come back for the next video to see the actual final version of this. So take care, guys.